Following the Prime Minister's announcement on Sunday evening and the detailed guidance published yesterday and released to the House of Commons, I thought it'd be helpful to give constituents a summary of the key points and where I think we are now. Firstly, let me say, I don't think the last few days has been a spectacular period for the government communications machine in Number 10. Quite a lot of mixed messages, and I'm not surprised that a lot of constituents, indeed like me, have been a bit confused at first about what exactly was being said. Clearer now, the beginnings of a very, very steady period of gradually seeing if we can unlock the lockdown without driving the infection rate up. And I support the government in trying to do that. 8 weeks is a long time. The lockdown has been hugely damaging to both the local economy, but also to society and families and mental health. And the sooner we can start to let people back to work and out into normal life, the better. But it must be right not to rush. There's no point going through 8 weeks of this very difficult period, huge economic damage locally and nationally, and then to ease off too quickly and see a massive second spike and the deaths that we've hitherto avoided happen anyway. We've also got here in Norfolk a very serious set of issues that I wanted to mention. Firstly, although the NHS seems to be over the worst of it, and we've got spare beds, capacity, occupancy falling, and plenty of PPE, in the care sector, which for far too long in our county and country has been the poor relation, they're in the grip of a pandemic and very difficult scenes and daily experiences in the care sector. And I want to send a special message of thanks to all those people who work in that sector. Secondly, we have not got yet the necessary capacity in testing to be able to do the detailed track and trace, which has been shown around the world to be so key to ending lockdown. It's good news the government's got to 100,000 tests, but we're going to have to now get to 250,000. And we also need to make sure we have proper local testing as well as national. Hats off to the Norfolk Resilience Forum, Public Health Norfolk, for organising our local testing centres and mobile centres. There's no point being sent as the government testing procedure has it down to Stansted or Peterborough if all you want to do is know that it's safe to go into Norwich. So we're going to have to do local track and trace as well as national. We've also got a major challenge to make sure that the small businesses in our part of the economy, part of the country, can get back to work as quickly as possible. And we're going to have to face the very difficult truth that this crisis will inevitably mark the end of some of our local businesses and employers. And we're going to have to help all those that survive bounce back. And we're going to have to invest heavily in a proper and serious sustained economic recovery plan. And I'm now coordinating with the Local Enterprise Partnership and all the MPs a weekly task force to get on top of what that economic recovery needs to do and look like. My website's got detailed information on all of the aspects of the next phase. Hopefully within 2 or 3 weeks we will see being able to go to the next stage of announcing that schools for early years can get back to work, and that we can start to get the house market moving again, and various other bits of the economy, as the Prime Minister put it, one engine at a time. It's been incredibly difficult, and my message again to everybody is to pay huge respect to the way that everyone's come together to tackle this, particularly all those people, key workers, volunteers, doing sterling work in the community. And this VE Day weekend, somehow poignant that we weren't able to get out and to celebrate the incredible sacrifices of the generation who fell for us in the war to secure the freedoms that we now rather take for granted. But in a way, a very poignant moment to remember the fragility of those freedoms and the interdependence of all of us on each other. And I've put a message on my website capturing that as well. Any questions, please get in touch. I and the 3 members of staff are working all day and quite a lot of the weekends trying to make sure we're dealing with all the urgent inquiries and to signpost everyone in the right place. So please drop us an email or call the office. All the usual numbers. We're all working from home, but we're all dealing with constituency correspondence in the usual way. Please bear with us if it's taken a bit longer. You can imagine the volumes are huge and ministerial responses aren't as quick as they would perhaps normally be. I just close by saying thank you to everybody who's helped to make this so bearable, and all those heroes doing such great work on the front line. Stay safe, stay sane, stay distant, and stay connected as best you can. Let's look after each other in this next phase. Thank you.